will be France to get us underway. And we were discussing, maybe in the studio there, what would England do, what would France do. France have made no changes at all. It's the same lineup from the semi-final. It's Marion going out first, and England are sending out the same side they had this afternoon, sending out Harriet first, Barbara second, Megan third, which they've done on repeat.
Yeah, I think that there were 2 ways to go, like we talked about, but I don't think it's any surprise that your 3 best players and your first 3 out there. Harriet and Babs on what they've won, and Meg on form is the best 3 players in the team right now.
Yeah, the big question mark is, can Barbara find her form? But that's for frame 2. Frame 1 is very much about Marion and Harriet. It is going to be Harriet that has the first chance, and it is a mini rematch of the World Final. And this is where I was sort of talking out there in the studio about playing the occasion and the situation and the player. I think, Harriet's going to want to take it on. And for Marion, I think if she's clever, unless Harriet takes out a very tough finish here, and it is tough, I think Marion could end up doing a mop-up job. Yeah,
and we know that Marion, we've talked about how good Marion's brain for the game is. She is aggressive, but she knows the shots. She won't force anything unless she has to.
Only thing I'd say against that is that it felt like she was forcing it. I feel like the shootout was kind of making her force it but I think she's now had 4 frames of experience out there at shootout, Paul, and
she's 4 out of 4.
And she's 4 out of 4, and it's still going okay. Although, if you weren't with us, the fluke she had to win her 4th, which, let's be honest, completely changed the match in the semi-final, was simply outrageous.
We all need one of them sometimes.
Yeah, France definitely needed it, and they absolutely got it.
So you think their name is on the trophy because of getting away with one?
I just don't think France will play as badly as they did in that match. They missed so many chances, and they gave Australia a lot of chances themselves. I think France will play better here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that means the name's on the trophy, but sometimes you do feel if you get away with one, that maybe it is.
Absolutely. Do you think the yellow on the right-hand side with the 2 reds does double now, but there is an additional problem with the yellow on the left side now? Marion's covered the bag.
Yeah, and Harriet's dealing with all the other balls first, so she's going to leave 2 problems late.
Yeah.
I'm all for being aggressive, but I'd like to have seen the bottom end dealt with before you worry about these ones. This is going to be tough.
Is this a loss of turn?
I think she wants to make the combination. I mean, why would you pop all the yellows at the top if you're going to then just to play the loss of turn that you could have played first shot?
Yeah, true.
So he's gone for the combination and he's not got it.
She'll say she played the loss of turn, though.
Yeah, well, it's a sort of, I guess.
But I think if you play the loss of turn, you put the white in the bottom corner, don't you, rather than play it with screw.
I wonder if Marion could play the double loss of turn and float the cue ball to the top right corner. She's not playing that. May not quite be on. Good pot though, and I don't think she's being aggressive here. I think this is a pot to play safe.
Yeah, definitely.
Cue ball in hand then for Marion, and I like another loss of turn here.
Yeah, she's looked at it straight away. She is coming around to look at other options, but it was the first thing she looked at.
Play the loss of turn and just try and get the cue ball into a nice safe area of the table.
Yeah.
Well, she's not going to play it. She may be thinking about going here.
Yeah, if the red that's... I'm not sure about the shot, but no, she's playing the snooker.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Bumping that out, hoping to get another cue ball in hand.
Yeah, she's got it very tight to that red, so this is a tough hit for Harriet. shot.
Oh, what a result that is. Excellent shot from Harriet Haynes. Good reply. What a fascinating tactical exchange here in the opening frame.
Yeah. And I think you would give the tactical edge to Marion if you had to pick one.
Yeah, I agree. I think Harriet's got so much better at it. I think that's really improved in her game over the last year. Playing on the pro ranks last year, I think really helped her.
This is a chance to go if Marion wants to.
It is tough if she wants to go, though. It's a gamble.
Yeah. I'd be bored of playing safe by now, so I'd be going.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I think 0-0 race to 7, you go there. But I think in this situation, I'd have been tempted to pull back even more.
0-0 race to 0-0 race to 8.
Well, but yeah, not quite what I mean. But it's a fair point. It is a fair point, actually. The good news here for Marion is the 8-ball is completely sewn up.
Yeah.
And there is still the yellow on the right-hand side, so 2 big problems for Harriet. Three problems.
Yeah, well, solved one. Ball now goes in the middle, but...
Well, good pot in the middle. Does this squeeze in?
I think it might, but the black is obviously the 8-ball, so it's still a problem. Okay, lost the turn, tried to play a snooker.
Playing the loss of turn there for me, you've got to get the snooker, otherwise she's down massive second favourite for the frame, even if she does get the snooker.
If I was going to play the loss of turn, actually, I think I wouldn't have played for the snooker, but tried to get the yellow right over the bag, leave awkward bridging, and say if you get them, then you kind of get them, make it as difficult as possible.
With a ball over each pocket. Still expected Harriet to knock him in. Might have to play this red off a red. Not great. Not great at all.
Does the red go in the middle, or does she have to play it long?
I think the red does go in the middle. She's taking it long though. And this time, it's easier for Harriet. This time, she should get it.
Yeah.
You can see what Marion was thinking. Make that pot and try and get low, play the back double, but that was a tall order.
Yeah.
And it's first blood to England. Harriet Haynes winning a drawn-out frame over Marion Jude. Two of the best players in the world, taking about 10 minutes there. Shootout pool. It gets messy.
I don't think either of those would like that frame on the highlight reel, but Harriet will be buzzing to get the win. And is that Harriet undefeated today as well?
Harriet's undefeated now. First one that Marion's lost. She's won 4 out of 5, and Harriet's now 4 out of 4. France will send out Geraldine Champagny. England, as we talked about, will send out Barbara Taylor, who has yet to win a frame today. Former world champion, the England captain, struggling. How about this? Good break from Barbara.
Yeah, it's a great chance. Just one difficult yellow.
It won't be that bad for a double. And there's a ball there if she wants to try and break it out. So
does the double go, or is the red?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
Well, this is the ball that you'd have used to break it out. Red might be in the way on second thoughts. Might be a touch straight if the plan was to try and break it out off this ball.
Yeah. I think if you just off straight the wrong way, you potentially screw back into the red and clear the path of the double. You'd still have a choice of 2 balls afterwards.
That will do. Moved it just far enough, I think.
Yeah, I think it does go now. Slightly off angle on this one in the middle.
Geraldine just watching on. Can't do anything till you get to the table.
Perfect.
Yeah, a very clever shot. Move the yellow into a position where she can now play the breakout. Not guaranteed to be on a ball when she does play the breakout, but she has a chance. And that's no good. Got into that way too much. And showed her frustration as well.
Yeah, and she's right to be frustrated. Obviously, she wants to do a bit for the team, and it'll be bugging her that she's not contributed yet.
And she's probably had her team in her ear saying, no, we believe in you. You know, you go out there and do what you do. But at some point, you don't feel like you're doing anything to help your team win, and it is a frustrating feeling.
Yeah.
And she becomes a good second favourite for this frame. Geraldine taking that opportunity to get a red out. That was awkward. Has left her look at the yellow, but not much you can do from that one.
No. All I would say is I think you can play to flick the yellow off the cushion, get it in play, put the white on the bottom rail and put the pressure right on, 2 balls in open play.
Yes, gets this right, shouldn't leave much of a pot on. There might be tough ones up the table, that'd be about it.
Sensible shot.
There is a big area of the table here for Geraldine though, so she is still favourite for the frame, but good shot required. You can almost take this pot on to the top left, because you know you should be, I think there's enough angle, you're just tracking into the safe area of the table.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the finish is on here. You nail that ball.
She actually dropped it in a little bit more dead weight than I thought she would. I thought she'd get a little bit higher up the table.
I agree. Yeah, I'd have been looking to be playing one of the 2 reds in the middle next. She's still going to be aggressive. Has she got no, sorry.
I was going to say, there wasn't much room for that one.
No, and she got enough of the bag to block the yellow, or is there a gap?
I think she has.
Yeah, it looks tight, doesn't it?
Yeah, from the overhead camera it looks like there's squeeze in, but from the main camera it doesn't look like there's much chance. And it didn't, and that is a disaster for Barbara. Play the plant first and then go. I know the red's a little bit out from the pocket, but you don't want to. The reason I wouldn't want to play it late was you don't want to be playing on the ball you're playing as a plant.
Yeah, I think if you've got enough, I think probably the plant first is the right shot. But I think on these tables you can kind of double kiss the plant in rather than have to actually make it at any angle. So
for me, it's like it takes the worry of ending up behind the yellow or the red spitting away out of play, because you've got the ones up the top to get yourself back in shape.
Yeah, I'd want to be quite straight on because of where the yellow and the black are. I'd want to be straight on the plant and then be looking to play the kind of double kiss in rather than make it and come across and try and land. So I'd like to have been a bit straight on this, but this can go wrong.
It can go wrong, but I quite like the fact that the cue ball's going to float more than the red is, so she'll go past the yellow.
Yeah, should come in the gap if she hits it well.
Tough shot though.
Yeah.
That's why I liked it first. Yeah, nice shot. It's a little thin here.
Yeah.
It will cut.
But as long as you make the pot, you should have a shot on the black, because it's got no blockers.
Nicely onto the 8 ball. A little bit worried about the in-off, really digging here.
Yeah, you have to cue this properly. It's easy to decel on under pressure. Well done.
Played nicely, very good finish from Geraldine. And France are on the board, and Barbara continues to struggle. 4 from 4 she has lost. The England captain, the former world champion. It will be interesting to see what England do when we get to the second round of games. They have a decision to make with Barbara and her form. But the match itself is going to roll on. Megan Proctor, who's been in great form over the last few days, making her her second and third Women's Pro Series finals. Coming up just short, but a great return to form for her. She's taken on the ever impressive Colette Hendrickson. And it will be Colette with the break. It's a good one. But it's a messy one.
Yeah, and that last roll with the yellow and red at the top of the table have just ruined it. Otherwise, I think decent chance on reds. There is still I think it is still a decent chance. Colette's a very intelligent player. I think she'll be going for these.
Is she thinking about pulling back? Could go, and there is a possibility of dealing with the issue at the top left. Well, she is going to go, but it's just as a double.
Yeah, I don't really understand that shot, because she was on balls at the top of the table that were easier, and that had plenty of room to get back on in the corner.
I also like that ball as your last ball if you get there for the 8 ball.
Yeah.
I think she had enough angle to go top right and play the cannon, or she could have rolled in the top right and then possibly flicked off a red and played the plant. There's options there.
Also, if the cannon didn't work out when she played it, she then had another ball to land on at the bottom of the table. So I think, not very often that I think Colette plays the wrong shot, but that potentially was one of those for me.
That was a really aggressive shot from Megan, and it could have come out so much better for her.
Yeah.
Felt a little bit hard done by.
That's it, yeah.
That was not a good shot. Push shot has been called, and it will be ball in hand here for Colette.
Can't see any mistakes from Colette here. 2-1 to France incoming.
Going through this very smooth, as expected. Maybe just a touch too aggressive for Megan. She was unlucky with the way the shot came out, but she was going to have problems down the table, even if she got the shot perfection at the top of the table.
There was an obvious loss of turn that would have taken control of the frame.
Yeah, agreed.
But I've never criticised someone for feeling confident and going for a finish. As tough as it was an opportunity to go. So surprised at that shot from Colette. Thought she'd have made this black a little bit easier. A little bit of a tester now into the middle.
A test that she has failed.
It was a shot before for me. I think she could have been a lot better on that 8 ball.
Often the way, isn't it? If you were offered that 8 ball to win any frame of ball, you'd take it. But when you feel like you should be better on it, all of a sudden there's just that hint of negativity in your mind.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself when I play a bad shot to get on a ball. Is just that exactly what you just said.
This is okay.
This is still gettable.
This is still good.
This is still the pot. Yeah.
It could go yellow off 8 ball, but it's delicate. Could play safe, and then you're risking.
Yeah, if you play safe, you have to not leave a 1 cushion.
Yeah. Very good. Thought that might be a touch too low to be able to play it that firm, and you thought you might have had to feather off it, but she was in complete control and played it well. She'd be disappointed actually with the angle that she had, that she didn't flicker yellow into a better position on the left-hand side. But she can still work those out.
What's your choice here? Do you screw into it? Try to? Is it on?
I don't think.
Play it down the rail.
If you leave it last, it's your last. It's your last ball, isn't it? Because you'd be going bottom, top, bottom. Like, if you can screw into it, I think I would.
Yeah.
tried.
She tried, yeah, because it was a strange angle, isn't it? You don't want to be playing the one on the rail last.
You have to play that one a lot slower and let that spin really grip and just bump it up, even if you end up with it only into the top pocket, or even only a safety. You've got to, if you're going to move it, you've got to move it.
Yeah.
Just saw Leanne Cragg watching on. She'll be up a little bit later.
You have to commit here. Whatever you're going for, just great shot. Great shot.
How about that? Commit, absolutely.
Yep. A practice partner told her that.
And this is nice. This is a nice, comfortable shot.
Yeah.
How about this for a pot? She's clever where she leaves the cue ball as well.
Yep.
Wouldn't have been a good 8-ball, but that was some pot. What a finish from Megan. Absolutely brilliant. And now England bring the noise. They're back in front. That pot deserved to win any frame. Huge moment for England. Every frame is worth so much. It's so valuable. And France need their squad to deliver now. Their two big guns have both lost. And they're 2-1 down. England send out Sophie Gibbs-Nichols, who's just played the one frame today. Didn't play in the semi-final. Big moment for Sophie. She's taking on Anaïs Stehan.
Great break. Are the two reds together a plan?
They look like they're set to the jaw, but I do think it can be made. Yellows are good though.
Yeah, I think there's an argument for both here. Especially if the plant's not on, then yellows are the balls. Perfect.
Sophie didn't have a great run at the Pro Series this weekend, but she had a really big win. Sorry, Amy.
You're not though, are you?
I am, but I do. The reason I mention it is that I think it was a really big win for her to sort of believe that she can beat anybody in the world. You know, managing to beat yourself, 5 times world champion, and I think that was needed for her to believe that she can kick on and make the next step in her career. Really.
Well, I'm glad I could help. No, Sophie played really well against me, and I wasn't quite where I needed to be. And Sophie's been here before. She's got the experience. She's a very, very solid player. So I don't think, she didn't play a great frame this afternoon, but I don't think it'll bother. I think she can put that out of her mind and take this finish out comfortably. And I think if you had to pick the 5 strongest out of the 7, take current form out of it, Sophie would always be in that 5.
Yeah. Lovely shot. Hands on the awkward one on the cushion. Still needs a good positional shot. Be great if she could screw straight back out and not touch the other yellow.
Yeah, I think she can. Just doing the right thing and taking her time, making sure what she wants to play. Doesn't like it.
Couldn't quite get past it.
In trouble now. she's left side of this one in the middle for Anais, so comfortable starter.
Not necessarily a great angle. Oh no, she has, you're right. So we'll find out about that plant in a minute. Either going to take it on and make it or play safe, you feel?
Well, I think she actually has a great angle to just top into the 2, does she, and still be on the one at the top, nearest the top row.
I wonder if she might slide by it. Mind you, sliding by it would be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, just as you called. Still needs that one good positional shot to get to that red at the bottom nicely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't really want to be playing it from the middle of the table, although that would be okay. If she could get the gap that we can see there, that'd be even better. But you feel middle of the table is probably the right way to go with these reds.
Yeah.
That's not the best. Either get onto the one nearest the top right straighter or get on the one on the top cushion with angle. She's done neither.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if she was straight enough just to top through and put the white somewhere near the jaws to play the one across, but
I'd be tempted to play safe now. Just try and get behind the red nearest top right hand corner. I know there's a risk, but that seems to be the most likely shot.
yeah.
Oh, she's short. Test of queuing here for Sophie.
Yeah, I think you almost have to hit it firm so you get contact on the red rather than kind of just thin it and lose the white. You want to be kind of almost stunning into the red, move it out the way.
There's the yellow going. It's not going to reach. Tough one that.
Yeah.
Sophie should have been pleased to get the chance, but it was a tough test.
Yeah, if you could have just played the pot normal plain ball, I think I'd fancy her to get it, but you did have to fully commit to the cannon. Prefer the high angle or the low angle for the last red?
I think I prefer the high one,
Yeah.
just because I feel a bit more control on it. Not necessarily that high, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Anais is one of the taller players, women's players, so I think she'll reach this pretty far.
Lovely. Anyway, Stahan ties the scores up once again. Good chance in there for Sophie Gibbs-Nichols not to beat. And we're all square once again, edging along to a dramatic finish, you feel. Cragg now gets to play. She comes out for frame 5, and England, it's the skipper Dorothée Chaussée that comes out for France. Didn't play the best of frames in the semi-final. Had a few chances that got away from her. Her only real frame today did go out there in the quarter-final match, but only for the final 30 seconds, just to enjoy the win. She'll be hoping for better here, and she has the break. break of the day. Interesting here. If the yellow on the break line goes through the gap of the reds, I really like yellows because of where the 8-ball is. But reds look the most obvious.
Yeah.
But I just think that and I think it does go as well. Do you think I'd have gone yellows? I think I'm sensing you disagree.
Yeah, I think I'd have gone reds. Just, I think there is plenty of room to get on the 8-ball. But yeah, very much dependent on whether that first yellow did go.
Yeah, it does look tight. I think it could be made, and if you had to drop it in, then you wouldn't have a good connection to the next ball. But if you could, if it flies in, and you could have just pulled it back to the middle of the table.
Yeah.
I think the back end of the yellows is obviously it connects to the 8-ball better. Oh, it does go as well.
And this isn't the ideal angle. It's a little bit thinner than I think you'd want.
You have to get quite a bit of left-hand side and say top side of these yellows here, but not go too far and snooker yourself. Tricky little shot coming up.
Yeah, no, I'll give you this one. You were right.
Thank you very much. I'll get one today.
Yeah, well done. So now a great chance for Leanne to take these out. I think Craggy at her best flies through these, so this will show us how she's feeling. Not even going.
Good control.
Great shot, man.
Leanne didn't play in the semi-final win over Scotland. Just the one frame in the quarter-final win over Ireland.
Right in, Leanne. Come on, mate.
Slightly tricky here for Leanne, but having the 8-ball blocked is a really good helper here.
Yeah, but it was a better chance previously, wasn't it? If you wanted to be aggressive.
Yeah, I don't think she should be aggressive here, but I don't see a good safety.
No.
But if you choose to be aggressive, just don't move that yellow until you've dealt with the yellows at the top of the table. Just try and float down behind the 8-ball here for me.
Yeah,
even if you don't get it, you still odds are in your favour, because to pop those two reds, yeah, guaranteed. But to get on the 8-ball, so slim. So can Dorothée get on to the 8-ball? No other choice but to go. Marion keeping a keen eye on proceedings. Do you put the pressure on here? Just float down to the bottom cushion and play the loss of turn, leave the 8-ball over the pocket, and ask a massive question of Leanne.
Yeah, it's definitely an option. The other thing would be to try and long double the black and get it into the bag where the red is. But yeah, she likes your choice.
Can't leave the cue ball tight on the bottom cushion now with this much angle.
No. Still won't be leaving a nice shot, and you can't imagine Leanne Craggy's feeling that good after only playing one frame all day.
Yeah, she did win the frame though.
Okay.
clever. So she tried to get the 8 ball there and leave the cue ball on the bottom cushion. The problem is it gives Leanne a way to play safe if she wants to.
Yeah. Just the way she played that, actually, she'd hit it a bit firmer there.
Might
Potentially a
squeezed
chance
up,
to
yeah.
make it, yeah. I still don't like playing all-out safety there because it is still only a 1 cushion. I think you could have put the white there while attempting a pot at the same time, and if you make the first pot, then you've got an absolutely makeable finish.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. It's always uncomfortable leaving something like this.
Yeah.
It does feel like a tough hit, though. I know it's only a... Well, she can see it. She's going to try and cut it from here. This is razor thin.
Well, you think if you hit it, then it's in.
If you hit it.
Yeah.
No more safety now then. Leanne Cragg has the chance to get her side back in front. Pretty routine, this one, other than the pressure of the situation.
Yeah, I mean, Cragg has been here plenty of times before, and she's won plenty of big frames. I don't think this will bother her too much.
Time for the sides to make their decision on the second round of games. Big decision to be made over Barbara Taylor. Don't think France will do too much of a change. Nicely done here from Leanne. Should be job done.
Yeah.
And England take the lead at the right time. First round of games have come and gone. England have edged it 3 frames to 2. We'll take a short break. The conclusion when we come back.
You've seen the Ultimate Pool 6 Red Shootout, now it's time to put yourself to the test. Step into the virtual arena with the Ultimate Pool 6 Red Shootout mobile game. Climb the leaderboards and set the standard with this fun and addictive game from Ultimate Pool. Download now from Google Play and the App Store.
Welcome back. Harriet Haynes ready to get us underway. Frame 6 of the World Team Shootout final. Narrow lead for England, 3 frames to 2. Oh, very nearly our first golden break of the competition. The squad lists are in. There's been a couple of minor changes. Well, major changes, in fact, for England. Barbara Taylor has remained in the list, but she's moved down a spot to 3rd. Still the same front 3 for England, though. Harriet will go 1st, Megan Proctor 2nd, Barbara Taylor 3rd. But they have switched it out. Sophie Gibbs-Nichols comes out, as does Leanne Cragg, who just won a very good frame. Kirsty Clunkson and Sarah Waite come in for England. France have kept the same 5. They've just switched the top 2 around. Geraldine out there now. Marion Jude will come in 2nd, Colette Hendrickson 3rd, Annalise Dehan 4th, Dorothée Jorsay 5th.
Harriet working a bit harder than I think she needed to for this finish. Just I don't think the pattern's been quite as tight as it potentially could have been, but still fancy her to take these out.
Yeah, remains in good position. Cue ball. Is she on it?
Jaws. I think she might be okay because the yellow is a little bit upwards from the pocket.
Yeah, she's okay. Just eyeing up the angle. Not sure she played it, but she'll take it. Ball for the break clearance and a 2-frame lead. And a 2-frame lead it is. First time we've seen any team in the final win 2 straight frames. England have got them both and lead 4 frames to 2. Nothing Geraldine Champagnet could do. Don't get to the table. Hand it over to your teammate. Marion Jude up next. Megan Proctor for England. France were there in the same position in the semi-final and turned it round. So they've done it before. Still a long way to go in this final, of course. It's a race to 8 rather than 6 for the final. We still have plenty of time on the match clock.
Is it still just 10 minutes? Sorry.
Yeah, just 10 minutes at the end, 15 seconds a shot. Here's the world champion to get us back underway. And she hits a fabulous break herself.
Marion did tell me that she reckons she's been to the gym today working on her biceps, so maybe she wasn't lying.
Thin cut in the right centre or one into the top left. It's slightly awkward, but if you can get in on the yellows, you've got a good chance.
Yeah, I think she'll get these. I think she'll want to respond to Harriet's break finish.
What about the yellow by the 8 ball?
If she can play this plant in such a way where she can get the white off the rail, I think you can screw into it if it doesn't go to the top right. Does look to be a little bit of a gap between the 8 ball and the yellow, so maybe she'll just pump it in the top corner now.
Lovely shot.
It's really annoying how good she is at pots like that. Under pressure, just pumps them in.
She just has a brilliant all-round game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Many, many titles ahead in her career. Slightly hampered, slightly off angle. She's not going to leave herself an absolute sitting 8 ball. Just give yourself one to cue in. That's what she's done. Well, she's on it better than I thought she'd get on, actually. I thought she'd be a bit further to the right-hand side. This is fine.
I think she was being a bit dramatic and then just
adding to the tension. Adding to the tension.
Playing for the crowd.
What a response from Marion Jude. Her team needed her to turn up, and she has. Lost her first frame of the tournament in the first frame of the final. Responds with a break clearance. Responds to Harriet Haynes' break clearance, and we're back to just a 1-frame game. And she's going to turn it over to France's other big gun. Colette Hendrickson comes out now for France, taking on Barbara Taylor, who has yet to win a frame today. A massive frame coming up in this final. I have to say, those 2 frames are the 2 best frames in terms of first visits we've had in the whole tournament. They've both just stood up and come up with some finishes there.
Yeah, and from the 2 players that you would probably back to do it as well.
It's a big break from Barbara, but nothing's going to fall for her. Right down the middle of the table. Really good chance for another one here. 3 straight finishes from the break.
What's your colour set here?
I think it's a 50-50 call. My gut feel was just go reds, but I actually don't mind the yellows, because the yellow that's most awkward below the 8 ball you can connect to, and the rest of the yellows are fine.
Yeah, and I do think the red in the bottom half of the table needs really precise position.
I think I would have gone yellows, all things being equal, but my gut feel straight away was reds until you started analysing.
Is that not what I'm here for?
Am I sitting on the fence? Importantly, Colette's decision was to go reds.
Yeah.
And it does feel like that red at the bottom is the ball. was awkward.
Yeah, just underhit that one a little bit. Colette does like to be very precise with the white, whereas sometimes I think just play an area.
Guarantee a shot.
Absolutely, back yourself.
So just decides to turn the table over. A little bit of a nothing shot there. She run out of ideas and run out of time. If Barbara wants to go, she probably has to float the one into bottom left now.
Yeah, is it straight enough to hold?
Yeah, that's why I sort of said float it in. It needs to almost be dead weight, doesn't it? But she won't be feeling confident out there.
No. Doesn't like it.
Not sure about that choice. That yellow now is a big problem.
Yeah.
If there was angle on there that you couldn't hold, you could have topped through, maybe moved the red and still been on another yellow. Either that yellow, well, actually I don't think it goes in the right centre, but there was another yellow to the bottom right corner that you could have been on. And if it didn't work out, then you can play safe.
Yeah, I wonder if she's going to try and screw it out now off the top one from the middle. But also, does the yellow in the top right go past the red, or is that a slightly awkward ball as well?
Yeah, I think it is slightly awkward.
Lost a turn.
It's interesting. This is a really mixy frame now, where it looked open at the start. We were sort of debating which one are you going for the finish on, and both sets are now awkward.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised Colette's potted a ball there. I might have been tempted in the situation just to drop the loss of turn in. Because the red at the bottom of the table is very awkward. Just going to look to play the snooker.
You don't have to convince me to play safe.
Not sure about that. I think I preferred the loss of turn just because this is an easy hit. I don't think you're going to gain much.
Yeah, if Barbara hits, and even if she doesn't, it's still not great.
Yeah.
Very awkward.
Yeah. I do think though you could potentially awkward bridging, but I think there is a snooker you can play from at the bottom of the table with the two yellows together. I mean, if you wanted to be really aggressive, you could play the back double off the red and yellow in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's the way Babs will go. Well, I was wrong. And I think maybe because the red's so awkward, that's why she's decided to take it on.
Yeah, there was almost a safety net there if it didn't go. If it did go, you've got a chance to get out. If it doesn't, then you still have hope.
Yeah.
I think she might end up being rewarded here. If Colette starts potting, can't be any way to get on that red.
There's no gap at all, is there,
No.
that we can see?
Can't have been a good decision for me, potting that ball. Just play safe off the red at the bottom if you're careful, or play safe off the one you've just played if you didn't feel that one at the bottom was on.
Yeah. I've said it a few times today, but the numbers game really does make a difference in this rule set.
Yeah.
Sacrifice the red being a bit more open for a good white there. But Bab still does have a chance to cut this yellow in.
Now has an angle to play a breakout at the bottom.
It's not nice though, is it?
No. But if you're going to pop the first one, then
yeah,
you feel like
giving herself a chance. I think it's difficult to make sure. I don't think there's any. It's one of those cannons you can't really control. Yeah, I think this is sensible to try and get the angle on the bottom one, and worst case you drop the angle of the bag. I think it was a lot more controllable if you got the angle on this bottom one. Do you put this over the bag, or do you sort of glance off it and put the white behind the red?
I was thinking about playing into the red, glance off it and maybe try and just nudge the red onto the cushion.
The yellow went.
So the yellow went, and you're still leaving absolutely nothing. Just saw Colette having a good look to see whether the plant was on, yellow plant. See where a margin of error for the safety is.
That would suggest she thinks it doesn't go, and I think potentially the black blocks the angle needed on the yellow.
It was on. Well, should give herself a shot at the 8-ball hit.
I'm wanting to leave the angle where I'm doubling the black, but in a way where I can screw the white to at least parallel with the red and not leave too much of a shot.
If it's straight enough, she can do that, but it looks like it's not quite straight enough. Have to straighten this one up.
I quite like these though. You kind of punch them in, screw back to the side cushion. I think you can play this with an element of safety. I think you see a big reaction from Babs if she makes this.
Cue ball disaster. Absolute, complete disaster for the England skipper. The double was one thing, but I was with you. I felt like she was going to get a good cue ball, and it was going to end up being not the worst outcome for her, even if she didn't make the double. But going in off, it's a gift here for Colette Hendrickson.
I think you really just had to fully screw and punch it and really hit it hard. And I think when you are struggling out there and you're desperate for a result, then it can cloud your mind.
I do think it needed a lot of straightening up, but I think on these tables you can really straighten the ball up. And we are all square once again. The England skipper's woes continue. She has lost every single frame today. Did not see that coming when we came into the tournament this morning. But Hendrickson, though, she continues to go well. She just had to hang in that frame and get given a gift. Greatly received. Anaïs Dehan comes out for France. She won her opening frame. She was one of the two from the opening round of games. She's taking on Kirsty Clungston, who's coming out for her first frame here in the final.
How long have we got left? It's getting tight, isn't it?
Yeah, still a long way to go. Both teams need 4. I think the match clock will still be in play and be the deciding factor. So get yourself in front. Hang on. Poor leave. Good break. Disappointing outcome.
I mean, it's tough, but does she have a shot on this red into the corner to potentially go reds? That's what she's playing.
Brilliant.
They all have a pocket, that's what you like to say, isn't it? You can, I think the red top of the two goes and then the other one goes in the opposite corner.
Yeah, important to work them in the order, but that looks like it's a natural order as well.
Yeah. Bit further than she'd like to here, and a little bit closer to the rail, because I don't think you can now leave the next ball in a way where you don't cannon the last red.
Yeah, it needed to be straight.
Yeah.
Or short of straight, and use the top cushion. But just couldn't afford to go past the straight at all there. Changes things dramatically. Oh, does the top one go from here?
Wow.
Possibly not. I don't think that was on.
She's opened up one of Kirsty's horrible yellows.
Kirsty just playing the one frame so far today in the semi-finals. She did win it. She'll take some confidence from that.
This is a natural to play the cannon straight away, isn't it? If the top one of the two yellows doesn't go.
Just avoid the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that.
It will do.
A little bit unlucky not to get just to catch the bump of the middle pocket. If she misses that, it would be so much better.
Yeah.
It's still a good chance.
But I think you can kind of, the one in the top half of the table, play that and play flat to the side rail now, and then you could take the one down the rail with an element of safety behind the other yellow. Go in a different way. Maybe looking to flick it out here.
Very nice.
Slightly position awkward. A little bit.
Yeah, slightly awkward coming low there, but she took a bit of a gamble when playing the breakout shot to be on something, and could have been a lot better than this.
I think just concentrate on the pot here, and you'll kind of hold on the black, and you should be on the one in the middle, as long as the black doesn't get in the way. Middle first. Yeah, good shot.
It's a lovely shot.
Complete control, hasn't she? She's been very calm, very poised as she goes through this finish. What a visit to the table that is for Kirsty Clungston. Didn't play in the opening round of games, but comes up big in the second round of games, gets her side back in front. Standards definitely ramped up here in the second round of games here. The first five were well drawn out. Everyone kind of, the frames were awkward and messy. Now we're really seeing it's a chance or it's a counter clear. He comes back for the debrief, explains what went wrong and what could have been done. Colette offering the support. The skipper is going out, try and get the scores tied back up. Dorothée Chaussée is out in the arena to take on Sarah Waite, who did not play in the opening round of games, hoping to follow Kirsty Clunston and get right in the mix. Sarah's just played the one frame today so far and has won it, so good vibes for Sarah as well.
A bit unlucky there from Sarah. She had to play a difficult first shot and just unfortunately flicked it off.
Dorothée has struggled just a little bit today, didn't play the best of frames in the semi-final. Was looking good in her first frame here in the final and came up short when in good position. Both skippers just struggling a touch. She has a chance to put things right. As you can see there, we're into the final 10 minutes. It's 15 seconds a shot from here on in, and the title on the line.
Gonna have a positional shot to play to get onto the 8 ball. What's your shot here? Try to come through the reds or check it up?
I think I just hold it. Well, maybe not from the bottom cushion. I thought you could just pot it on the straight side of the pocket with a soft screw shot. Perhaps there was a touch more angle than I was expecting, but this is a tough 8 ball all of a sudden. This has a similar feel to the frame earlier on.
Wow.
That doesn't. Right in the heart of the pocket. Dorothée Chaussée comes up big. The captain delivers. And that will make an awful lot better feeling for her than previously. Look at the relief. Look at what it means. And we move on. It's decision time. Let me ask you, Amy, if you're Barbara Taylor, what are you doing here? You've got an opportunity. Your subs have been coming in. They've both done well. The player that's struggling the most in the England team is absolutely the England captain. I think looks like she's going out there here and now. I don't know if she's going up to fill in the sheet or going up to play.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's picking the team here, whether it's Millsy or Babs herself, or whether it's a cooperative.
Well, one thing we do know is Harriet Haynes will be out there. She goes out first every single time for England. She'll do that throughout the whole tournament and the World Team Shootout as well. And Marion Jude is back out in the first spot, so it is another mini rematch of the World Championship final. Last time it went Harriet's way to win the opening frame of the match, and then in their second frames they both delivered break clearances.
I mean, a break clearance here would be a phenomenal effort because these are horrible.
Brilliant decision for France, for me. Marion Jude won, Colette Hendrickson 2. The time of the match, 8 minutes left. They send out their 2 big guns. Harriet Haynes is out first. Barbara Taylor, who is yet to win a frame in the tournament, is out second for England. Huge decision. It went awkward, so it won't be a finish from the break. This frame will go a long way to determine who will win the title. Well, that opens up the yellows apart from 1, but Marion is plumb on the double straight away. Yeah. Will she be brave? Will she take it on? I think we know the answer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hammers it. Might have a touch too much angle here just to drop this in for the yellow to right centre, and you don't really want to leave that one low. She has held on it so she can swing this round.
I also don't mind leaving the one in the middle till last. I think, yeah, you've got a big enough gap to come down. The black straight in the opposite corner if you drop it in last. I like this choice of shot.
Maybe a touch straight though.
No, it's not. It's
you think she got enough?
Absolutely. On this, these tables are so reactive. I think this is comfortable.
Oh, what a shot. What a visit for Marion Jude. Gets her side in front. Harriet Haynes opened up the table, invited the clearance. It wasn't easy. Marion Jude made sure. You're asking for trouble if you open up the table against the world champion.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now it will be Colette Hendrickson up against Barbara Taylor. England really do need the skipper now. And it will be Barbara with the break. Definitely an argument, Amy, for sending Megan Proctor, who's been playing so well out there in this spot. They did in the previous round of games and she got broke cleared, so she did nothing wrong, and she's been playing so well.
Yeah, that would have been my choice, but you know, if anyone's going to come up big in a situation like this, even after the day she's had, then it'll be Bab. So, and a chance here, a good break. Needs a good first shot, but they're there if she wants to take them out.
Megan Proctor will be up next. I've just been handed the rest of the order. Anaïs Dehaene is up next for France. But there's only 4 minutes left on the clock here.
Shot.
Brilliant. No good.
I think she had a very similar shot she could have played on the one top of the table, and just played the white into space. Wow.
Would you believe it? Incredible. Is she going to be on the 8 ball? She is.
There's a chance.
This is unreal. What a moment for the skipper. Huge from Barbara Taylor. She has struggled all day long and then comes up with that. Right person, right time. But how about this for a shot? Huge fluke. But you've got to take advantage, and all credit to her. She came up with the goods to take advantage, and all of a sudden we're all square once again. Fair's fair, I guess. France might not be in the final if it wasn't for a moment like that. If you weren't with us earlier on, Marion Jude, almost identical situation, came up with a huge fluke to keep her side in the semi-final. So Megan Proctor up now for England. Anaïs Dehan for France. All the pressure is on these two.
Will we see a finish? What do you reckon?
It's going to be tight. 3 minutes 16, definitely time. 6 red is definitely a big possibility here.
Wow.
Sledgehammer of a break, but not the best of chances.
There is a, if not a great chance, but there is a decent enough chance on yellows, I think. Yeah. Slightly too firm, but
I feel like you've got to slow it down now. I would not pop that yellow in the middle. I just don't think I would chase.
I would.
I know you would. And you know I'd play safe. The problem with chasing, for me, with 2.5 minutes is if you don't get it, then you are just going to give England the chance to win, whereas...
Just make sure you get it then.
But if you pull back, then at least you have that safety net of the potential 6 red.
Or you watch someone take out an absolute monster against you and think that could have been me.
That's true. Megan going for the loss of turn.
6 red incoming. Wow. Big chance for Meg. Big chance for Meg.
1:43 left here. Maybe missing a trick. Right at the bottom, difficult to get on. She should get to the shot to get onto it.
I mean, you had to put the ball in hand behind the one of the 8 ball, didn't you? Trying to play on it now. I think...
She's still on the one to top right, though. It's difficult. But you've got to be careful here. 1:15 left. You just... I suppose the yellow being on the bottom cushion on the right-hand side, it's not too bad if she misses.
However,
wow!
My word.
Can you believe it? Another fluke for England. But no pot there. 47 seconds. There is time here for France. Anaïs Dehan has a chance, but she looks like she's not too keen here.
Shot. Very good shot.
30 seconds. Angle's good, I think. Just float this in and you can get to the one on the bottom cushion, or use the side cushion, whichever you prefer. Keep an eye on the clock. She's got 15 seconds. The cue ball will be travelling here. She may run out of time because of the amount the cue ball's travelling. And it's not going to drop. It is going to be a draw. We are going to a 6-red shootout for the title. Unbelievable scenes out there with balls flying in from everywhere. But these sides cannot be separated. And we are going into a 6-red shootout. I can tell you the primary 6-red shootout takers for England and France are Barbara Taylor and Marion Jude. I can tell you that the players to partner them will be the next players in the list, which will be Sophie Gibbs-Nichols. There she is. She knows. She'll be up with Barbara Taylor for England and Dorothée Chaussée for France. The two skippers will be out there. Although Annalise is trying to stay out there. It's not your go, unfortunately. I can tell you that Annalise would have been France's pick if it was up to them to pick. They pick a primary and a secondary, and if the tournament finishes at 7-7, as in all the frames are played, then it would have been primary and secondary. I've just had it confirmed in my ear, that's why I went quiet for a second or two, just to make sure that I was correct. But yes, it is going to be Barbara Taylor and Sophie Gibbs-Nichols taking on Marion Jude and Dorothée Chaussée. It is a case, I was right, if you pick, the teams pick their primary and secondary, if they finish 7-7, then you get to play with your primary and secondary. If the match finishes as a tie earlier than that, the primary has to play with the next player in the list, and that is why Dorothée Chaussée is out there with Marion Jude. She was always going to be their primary, and Barbara Taylor, who has never lost a 6-red shootout, was always going to be England's primary, but she wanted to play with Harriet Haynes. She will not get that chance. It will be Sophie Gibbs-Nichols. Hope that all makes sense. Amy, what are the players feeling right now? What are they going through? Could you just
explain the rules again? What just happened? I don't know. Marion and Dorothée both look quite calm. I would be running away. I'd be hoping it wasn't me.
You would have been doing everything to make sure you were not next on the list and you would not be in the primary.
Absolutely.
There's a discrepancy because one of the forms says one player on it. Okay, sorry for the delay, everybody. Confusion out there. It's a confusing time right now at the final of the World Team Shootout. There was confusion over the team sheets. Everything I have said is 100% correct.
You're enjoying saying that, aren't you?
I'm very smug right now, but I am correct in what I was saying. I was hoping I was correct, and I am confirmed I am correct. There was some issues because I believe that Harriet thinks that she's the primary, and one of the sheets says that she's the primary, but I can confirm that the original team sheet that I was sent right at the start of the match had Barbara Taylor as the primary. I also asked Barbara before the match started who is the primary, and she said, "It's me. I have never lost a 6-red shootout."
Okay.
So I hope that
I'm
all makes
just going to
sense.
sit here and pretend I know what's going on. Because I don't have a clue.
I asked the question to you earlier on when we saw Scotland and Wales going through this. Would you want to go first or second?
Still second for me in this scenario. I think Marion and Babs have obviously done shootouts before, the last woman standing, but doubles, a final, 2 players in Dorothy and Sophie that I don't think have done a shootout before. And
Marion, I think, has.
Yeah. But I mean, Sophie and
Sophie,
Dorothy haven't. Marion did it last woman standing, did a good job of it. But we saw 43 seconds earlier was a decent time.
It was. I think, for me, we've seen in women's pool, especially the last woman standing, and we've seen a few in the women's series as well. 30 seconds, which Barbara has pretty much set on repeat, is pretty much the quickest we have seen. I do think 43 could win, but I don't think you'd if you set 43 going first, I don't think you'll feel as comfortable as you would have done earlier on.
No.
It will be interesting to see what they decide to do. The lag for the decision. Oh, and it's going to be a tight lag. It's going to be a very tight lag, but I think England have got it, and they will decide what to do. I think I heard Barbara just say first they're going to set the time. That has become the new way with Ultimate Pool. We have seen the players, the professionals, all wanting to go for first and set the time by and large. There's a few that still believe second is the right way.
Yeah.
But going first, if you set a reasonable time, you ramp the pressure up onto your opponents. They're having a bit of a chat about it. Big moment this for Sophie Gibbs-Nichols. It really is.
What Babs did very well at last one standing was make sure she didn't miss a ball.
Yeah. That's how she set 30 seconds every time. She essentially just opened them up and potted 6 balls and set 30 seconds. And I think if you do that here, I think you set 30 seconds, you are ramping it up onto the French girls.
Absolutely agree.
So the players do get to check the pack. They do look calm, don't they, the French girls? Having a good laugh out there. I mean, Marion Jude always looks calm, to be fair to her. She never looks like she feels any pressure whatsoever. Dorothée may be feeling a little bit more. What we saw with the 6-red shootout earlier on was players not really being ready to go. We saw when Scotland went, the player wasn't in position ready, so it's sort of, they were almost at the back of the arena, almost shocked. Oh, it's me to play now. It's kind of, they've got to be poised and ready to go.
And I think this throws an element. We see on Monday night some amazing time set by the pros in the doubles, but they've had a chance to practice it. They know each other. Obviously, this throws up a random combination of 2 teammates, but you're not necessarily going to know naturally what shot your player's going to play, where you're going to be.
Hit that break quite firm, but steady.
Yeah.
Took her time to make sure of the pot. It was delicate in the middle.
This should be a decent time.
Oh, not now. Poor miss from Barbara.
Yeah. But this can still be okay.
Go up the table. Oh, could have done with getting a little bit closer. I know you want the cue ball to stop, but pressure on Barbara here. She's already missed 1. She's missed 2. And the red's in the way. Babs wasn't in position. Okay, 48-46. It's not a great time for England. Barbara Taylor missed 3 pots, and you could tell there in the middle, once she'd missed 2, she was a bit shocked and annoyed with it, and she wasn't in position then for the next one, and it all felt a little bit rushed there at the end. And the experience of Barbara Taylor, who's been in a few six-red shootouts and always set 30 seconds, it almost looked like she was the one feeling the pressure. I like the way that Sophie went, steadied herself for every single shot to make sure that she made the pot. You have to say, advantage France. I know 43 you felt was a winnable score earlier on, but this is a different kettle of fish with Marion Jude out there.
Absolutely.
And Dorothée Chaussee. 48.60 is the official time.
And I think Marion, I think, has enough kudos with what she's achieved to take command here.
Yeah.
I think she'll be the one directing Dorothy around, and I think...
Yeah. The key here for me is exactly what you just said. What was so good for Barbara in previous six-red shootouts: open them up and just make six shots. If you even if you take your time to pick what position you want to play, you have got time. 48 seconds is a long time to pot six balls if you're,
if you're ready,
if you're controlled. You'd have to miss 4 pots here to be competitive almost. And it's a good break. You can wait. Awkward. Drop it in the middle, I think. Great shot. They don't miss, they win.
Yeah. Get around the other side, just drop this.
That's it. No point running it around the table. Even if you miss here, you're in control.
Yeah.
Drop it in. But in it goes. This for the title. And she doesn't. That's how calm Marion Jude is. Brilliant from the world champion, and it's brilliant from France. They are the world team shootout champions. Amazing scenes out there. What an atmosphere and what a moment for France. The world team champions add the world team shootout title, and that's what it means to them. How calm was Marion Jude there? What a moment to just poised to do that.
Unbelievable, and I think I could see it. I'm thinking that just set it up, but out there I probably didn't see it. Her composure is unbelievable.
Unbelievable stuff from France. An amazing match, an amazing day, brilliant scenes. France are the world team shootout champions. We'll crown them next.
Very warm welcome back into the arena, live from the Grand Hotel in Blackpool for the presentations for the WEPF World Team Shootout for 2024. First though, what an epic final that was. Decided by a six-red shootout, but everything that came before was everything that shootout pool is meant to be. It had the brilliant, it had the ridiculous, it had everything that it's meant to be. Let's hear it for France and England, everybody. And let's keep that applause going for your runner-up, England. Go on in, Babs. Hard lines. That was close.
I don't think you can get much closer, really, after 70 minutes of play. But I thought the match it just had everything, and it was. We all thoroughly enjoyed being involved in it. It was a great match, yeah.
It really was, and you had everything was going on there. Your own personal story was something that was incredible, because the first frame of the day that you did win, what a way to do it. I mean, everything was happening.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I'll take that fluke all day long. After the run I've had all day, I'll take that. But to be honest with you, the girls have played brilliant all day, and they've got very strong shoulders, so they've been carrying me well. So yeah, I thought they've done great. Yeah.
Sets you up for a good fortnight.
Hopefully, yes, hopefully. But congratulations to France. Again, another great match, so yeah, well deserved winners, yeah.
Congratulations, Barbs, on a brilliant tournament. Welcome. England, everybody. And now then, let's hear it for your World Team Shootout champions. They're France. The teamwork was there. It was a really good six red.
Yes, for our sixth red, I think the break was really important. Like I don't know if I'm lucky or not, but the break was really good actually. And so, yes, we were like just no pressure and just played the balls.
And the run continues. World champions, European champions, shootout champions. Just how special is it to be a part of this team?
Yes, obviously it's really special. I'm really happy to share this with the girls, and I think it's the same for them. So, yes, hopefully more titles to come.
Well, fingers crossed for you. Hey, congratulations, girls. Going to bring in the president of WPF, Joe Fanto, to make the presentations to our winning nation. They are France. Captain Dorothée Chausset takes the trophy. Give it a lift for us, Dorothée. And we'll be back with you very, very shortly as we analyse all of that carnage. Stay with us.